Oh, y'all, this is a messy one. It's a messy commoner in the building, a messy commoner. You write me, booker@bookerlawfirm.com. Your question ends up on the show. Bring you to the court of my public opinion. We're not going to look at this as legal advice because I don't represent you, and I may not have all of the facts that I need. However, I'm going to do the best job that I can with what I have. Without further ado, let's get it crack-a-lacking. Order in the court, okay? And that means it's a common case that's messy, okay? It happens to a lot of us, okay? And we've all dealt with it in some sort of way. So let's listen up. This is one that if you don't deal with this, your mother, your sister, your friend, somebody has dealt with this. Listen up. My friend is pregnant and doesn't want CPS to take the baby. How can she sign her rights over to me before the baby is born? She's smoking Percocets and is trying to stop, but she knows that she won't be clean when that baby is born. What do we do? Okay, so the first thing that you need to do, okay, is first of all, you cannot move forward, okay? You can't black market adopt a child. They just don't allow it. You have to go through adoption agencies and otherwise to adopt a child, because in order for you to adopt a child, you have to have the legal paperwork from the court, and the court is not going to move forward with some handwritten note from the mother. First of all. Second of all, you can't adopt until the child is born, okay? And so the child's not here yet. So there's no way for you to get custody of something that is not in complete legal existence. The child is here. The child is still in utero. Therefore, we can't move forward at this time. What you do is she needs to put you as the next of kin down when she goes to the hospital. She needs to put you as the next of kin down. She needs to draw up what she can of a power of attorney. And it's going to have to say that the child, is not yet, and I can't think of the name, we have a legal name for it, gestation. The child is in gestation and has not yet been born, but it is her intent. And that if she doesn't withdraw that power of attorney, her intent is to, when that child is born, give power of attorney of that child to you. Now, it would be good if she knows the name and she sticks with it. We're not going to have a date of birth on there, but we got to do the best that we can, and she can get that notarized. Okay? That's something that she needs to give the doctor's office, the pediatrician. Okay? Now, some people have pediatricians for their child already chosen. Some don't. Okay? What you need to do is you probably need to see what type of insurance she has. It's going to be Medicaid, I'm sure. You're going to see what plan she's on, because more than likely that's the plan that they're going to just put the child on. Okay? But you're going to have to start speaking to Medicaid and things like that along with her, so you can understand the plan. With that, you'd be able to understand like what doctor's office you want to go to. Okay? Most people go to the same doctor in the hood. I'm not saying y'all in the hood, but I'm just saying, you know how it is. Friends go to the same place. Okay? Where are you taking that child? Where do you think that you're going to take that child to go to the doctor? Because most women, like me, but hey, I have 3 children. Other people, my friends have children. You have an honest understanding, right? You would know if that doctor would take Medicaid. I say that because you could send that to that doctor's office. Okay? You want to also make sure, because you're going to link it. Boom, boom, boom. You got to link behind the scenes because you can't link in front. Okay? Some of y'all know what I'm talking about. You got to link behind because you can't link in front. But as long as you stick with county hospitals and county doctors, everything you have is county. Okay? And CPS is the county. You want them to be able to get their hands on everything that exists. You run it all through county. Okay? And when I say that, I say, you're going to get with that doctor, talk to that doctor, have her discuss with that doctor's office about taking on that child and finding out what hospital that doctor goes to. Okay? There's a reason for that. There is a reason. You want to find out because when you get a pediatrician, you want the pediatrician to be able to come by the hospital to see the child. Okay? Watch me. You're going to link it. So you're linking this outside pediatrician to the hospital with the kid. Okay? You're doing this. You understand what I'm saying? So that pediatrician's office, you talk to the nurse. You have the mother do that. Have them, if they will, accept that letter on your behalf. Okay? Because I don't know how far along she is. But you need to do it right around the time. Because when they know you're getting ready to have a baby and they're accepting people, they give you paperwork and tell you, and they start to get you ready. They tell you what hospitals they go to because they want you to know that the doctor is not coming by the hospital if you're at a certain hospital, but to bring the child by after the child is born. And the hospital's doctor will have to check on your child for the time being. So they discuss that. make sure you choose a hospital that doctor goes to. Because if that doctor has that information, she has that baby is sick, okay? The hospital will have the power of attorney that she's created. You'll get her to sign another power of attorney right behind it after the child is born with the child's name and date of birth within hours, okay? You're going to have to get a notary to come to the hospital with you to notarize it. They also have a notary at the birth and vital statistics downstairs in the hospital. They may not let you use that notary because it's a government notary, okay? Watch what I'm telling you, okay? When you all are doing everything with birth and vital statistics, she should use your information, okay? Not as the mother, but as the address, background information, and kind of tell birth and vital statistics kind of what's going on, okay? I'm telling you. That way, when CPS comes, because if you think she's dirty and they're going to come, then they will hear this. The first place they have to do is the first thing they got to do is go get with birth and vital statistics and talk to them. And they're going to talk to the hospital social worker who comes along with birth and vital statistics. Y'all letting them know what the hell's going on. Okay? You're going to have to. If she's dirty and you know she's dirty, y'all got to let them know all of that. Just let them know. And they'll start to line it up for you. That same pediatrician, as soon as that baby's born, is going to come by that hospital. That pediatrician knows that you have a power of attorney through that office to see about that child. Does that make sense? And can verify that with the hospital, the social worker, CPS, because these are all things that are going to come about. Okay? If they move to take the temporary custody of the child, you just need to be ready. Once all of those people start to give the names and you have power of attorney, you all should be knowing this is going on because CPS will pop their head up. You run up there and start getting in line with taking that child, which is going to mean that they're going to have to do a home study on you, etc. They're going to try to take the child in, and I'm going to be honest with you because it's a baby. And I'm not trying to say that the government sells children. That's not what I'm trying to say. That's not what I'm trying to say at all. What I'm trying to say, it's easier to get a child a home that's a baby than it is an older child. It's very easy to place that child, especially when the child doesn't know nobody, and it'll never hurt the child to just grow up in another house whenever I'm looking like this, okay? So they're going to try. But the thing is, they're not going to be able to take the child from her without due process. So once you're in there, they have to move, and I'm telling you now, they have to go to her kin first. They're not allowed to just remove the child and not look at family members. They're going to open up a government court case against her. It doesn't matter. The judge is going to do what the judge is supposed to do. You make sure you always put it on the record. She needs to request an attorney. And we need to make sure that if you are not already having that child, that they're gearing towards putting that child in your house. That's all you got to do. Once you get your hands on that child, then you're good. You're going to get your hands on that child, and you're going to be placement for that child while they're going to court against the mother. And the mother's going to let them know she's either trying to get better or she's not, and the child's good with you at the placement. And you're going to do whatever you have to do to make sure the child stays with you, and you'll end up more than likely getting the child. Mom is going to have to get an attorney, but the court will appoint her an attorney. Depending on where she is, they have very good court-appointed attorneys for CPS cases. They just do. If not, then you help her. You get one. Most people don't charge a whole bunch for CPS cases because we feel bad about it. And most people that do CPS cases are down for the cause. That do it, that represent mothers, I'll say. Because there are some that do other things. I'm not saying that they're wrong, but if you're representing mothers, you know they really don't have that money. A lot of us are doing it out of goodwill. Okay? And you're going to run your case like that. But you got to start linking everything now. Because you can't stop them from taking that child into custody. But what you can do is raise notice that you are there to take that child, and that child doesn't need to be in the system. So that what the system is designed to do is to start to transfer that child to you, so long as the mother agrees. Because the mother always, even if their child gets taken, has a right to offer up the first person for the children to go to by law. And they have to check that person out. If that person is good, they have to place that child there. You got it? You have any other questions? You already know what time it is. Email me. But that is a serious subject, y'all. That is the way that goes. People, post your comments below. A lot of people have been through this and can help you. Okay? Because it's really, some of it is not really legal advice. It's really, and like I said, I'm not giving you any legal advice. A lot of it, people have lived and it can help you. They can tell you. And there are agencies out there that will assist you in getting certified for free. They'll assist you in getting certified because they're nonprofits so that you can get paid while you have the child. Then you can adopt the child. They'll help you do it. And Medicaid will pay for it, and the state of Texas will pay for it. And then the child will be able to have Medicaid and college paid for through the state and everything like that. Okay? So you're doing a wonderful thing, y'all. And a lot of people do this. It's just rocky. Okay, but you stick with it and always line and link everything up. When you know you have a family member that's, not doing well like that, it's good to link everything up. The reason I say that is because CPS, it's very easy for them to get paperwork for a child. And if it's not a private entity and it's their own entity that is the holder and the custodian of those very same records, they have no reason to come to court to say they haven't seen or don't know. And they would know that you and this mother have already been preparing a place for this child, that this child is going to be well taken care of. It has a pediatrician. That pediatrician knows who you are. You have been active, right? You all told birth and vital statistics. In addition to that, there were power of attorneys that were sent to the hospital, so they have no reason to overlook you and say that they didn't know that the mother had somebody to give the child to, because that is the number one go-to lie for the agency. We did not know there was a family member, Your Honor, that could take the child. Now that we know, we'll go perform a home study. They just say they didn't know. You make a record of there's no way they could have missed it. And the child's going to come right into your hands with a little bit of a struggle because it's a baby. But once you are in court, those judges have to follow the law. Okay? Bye, guys. I know that was long.
Think it's time I made that call. I'm locked up and facing charges. Who gon' fight these cases for me? I called Booker Law Firm. They got the job done. They were right there for me.
For more information, contact the Booker Law Firm at 713-292-2225.